Hello and welcome to www.luxurytolast.com, and today I want to talk about watch collecting, and the topic for today is what the fuck would I do if I won the lotto. I mean, there's all this doom and gloom. America's had a credit rating downgrade, and I mean, look, we've had the Chinese dish shit out to the Americans. Well, China, you can get fucked. If you were stupid enough to lend those free-spending Americans $1 trillion, well, fuck me dead. You can't have been too keen. Even the Americans don't fucking buy their junkie bonds. I mean, for God's sake, if you're that stupid, it's a bit late now to be fucking angry. I mean, you may as well just sit back and enjoy the ride. I mean, hey, it's all cool. Don't worry about it. It's all cool. America will just have another war, and the economy will get back into shape. So look, just tell the Chinese to fucking cool it. Pull your head in. Now let's have a look here. If I won the lotto, what would I buy? Now this is a question that, I think is a good time to think about it. The economy's in the shitter. The stock market's down. It's time now to do a bit of dreaming. I mean, look, I don't like to use Amway terms, but let's do a bit of dreaming. Let's have some dreaming and see what we'd buy. So what would Archie buy? Archie's got his humble collection. What would Archie be buying? Okay. Now, you might think Archie would jump for the tourbillons or diamond-studded things, but Archie's tastes are actually pretty conservative. What would Archie buy if he won the lotto? Well, obviously, it depends how much money Archie won, but let's have a look at it. Firstly, let's get some nice sports watches. Archie wants to add some sports watches, so the first thing he'd buy is a nice chronograph, and it doesn't get any more classic or great value than a Breitling Navitimer. Now, Archie is particularly fond of the old Navitimer. That's with the date at the 3 position. On a steel polished bracelet, they just look absolutely stunning. So the first thing Archie would buy is a Breitling Navitimer. Now the Breitling Navitimer, he'd probably get it with the black dial with the white eyes. There's the larger size ones with the GMT, the world timers and this shit here. No, Archie just wants the basic Navitimer, and he'd put a few straps on. He'd put a few straps on when his mood wanted something a bit more flamboyant. Now the next thing that Archie would buy, still staying with chronographs, is a Breguet Ehrenvale. I mean, this is just an absolute cracker of a Breguet. The Ehrenvale, just a gorgeous piece in steel with the Breguet steel polished bracelet. Just a classy chronograph to have when Archie didn't want to wear the Breitling or his Omega Speedmaster Professional that Archie's got. So what else would Archie be buying? Well, the other thing he'd have to add, now I know Archie doesn't want to admit this, but he would have to add a Royal Oak offshore chronograph. If he's won the lotto, I know he's bagged the offshore chronograph, and he said that Archie said he's happy with the standard AP Royal Oak that he's got, but look, fuck it. If you win the lotto, Archie would get himself a beautiful offshore chronograph AP. And, it doesn't get any better on the rubber strap. He wants it on rubber. Why not? Go the full hog. It's not like he's going to wear it every day, but when the occasion calls for it, what a beautiful chronograph to have. So there we have the Breitling Navitimer, we've got the Breguet Ehrenvale, and we've got the AP Royal Oak offshore chronograph. So that's a beautiful piece there. Now what else would Archie buy? Look, Archie's got to buy a gold president. Now Archie's already had a few presidents. Archie would have to get the yellow gold. If you're going to do the president thing, do it in yellow gold. Diamond dial or not diamond dial? Let's be conservative. No diamonds this time. So Archie's had both and he enjoys it, but I think we'll just go for the standard gold dial. It's a classic. Very, very classic watch. Okay, what else would Archie buy? Well, look, Archie's already said this, but he would get himself a two-tone Rolex Datejust Sapphire with diamond dial. Not this Datejust 2, but an original 36 mil, like a model 16234 or a 16233. The 16234 is the all steel version with the white gold bezel. The 16233 is the two-tone version, and I think Archie would get the two-tone version with a beautiful diamond factory dial. No aftermarket shit. If it's a Lotto win, let's go full hog and get the proper factory dials there. So there we go. So we've got a day date. He doesn't really want a platinum one. He just gets the yellow gold one. We want to be conservative. We don't want to go ballistic on this sort of stuff. We want to be, we want to get bang per buck. The Archie rules don't change. Just because Archie's had a Lotto win, this is if he won the Lotto, of course. Archie doesn't actually buy Lotto tickets, but he'd be very conservative and buy a day date, an 18238, and also a 16233 date just two-tone. He'd get the diamond dial on the two-tone date just, and the day date he'd have just the plain dial without the diamonds. Okay, so what else? What other pieces would Archie be buying there? Well, another piece that Archie would be buying is Archie's got his heart set on a Cartier tank watch. The Cartier tanks, a humble 18-carat Cartier, Louis Cartier tank. He'd get one of those. Beautiful piece, good buying. A little bit small by today's standards. Archie doesn't give a fuck. He just buys it. He loves it. Archie would also get a Cartier basculant, because when he got married, this is for his third marriage, he actually wore a basculant, so he'd want to get that back again. So a Cartier basculant steel with the mechanical movement would be a great piece to get there. Look, another piece Archie would get, he'd have to get a Lange 1. I think a yellow gold Lange 1, that's a must-have. Archie would also get some conservative Pateks, a gondola. That's the rectangular case one. Beautiful piece. He'd have to get one of those with Art Deco numerals. Archie would also seriously consider getting a couple just subtle Pateks there, like a 3919. That's a beautiful classic Calatrava, and that's also Archie's first Patek that he got was a 3919. So he'd have to add that to the collection. He'd also be looking around, and I think you've got to respect this choice, for a Calatrava with a gold strap there, so gold bracelet Calatrava. So Archie's had a few in his possession, and they're just absolute stunners. So a Patek Calatrava with a bracelet is a must. What other pieces would Archie add? Well, look, he'd want to get a black dial Explorer 2, because Archie's got the white dial one. Archie's not really a big Daytona fan. Archie doesn't really like the big Daytonas, but he'd love to get a black dial Explorer 2. Great buying, good piece. Archie would also gladly get a Sea Dweller. Not a deep sea, but a Sea Dweller. A sapphire crystal Sea Dweller. That's a great piece to buy, because that could be Archie's dive watch. The other piece that Archie would want to buy is a Rolex Explorer 1 Sapphire 14270. And they're great buying, so we'll add one of those to the collection. Archie would also want to get an oyster quartz, a steel oyster quartz with the white gold bezel. That'd be good piece to have. Archie does love the oyster quartz. They're a beautiful piece, good buying, and great piece to have. Now, the next pieces that Archie would get are really fantasy pieces, and this is if Archie won super money. And he'd have to get a Vacheron Constantin World Time or a Patek World Time. Either one, or maybe just both. He'd just get both. Archie's also got a soft spot for beautiful Vacheron and Constantin watches, and he'd have to get just some classic dress watches to add to the collection there. White gold, rose gold. Just get a couple modern interpretations of the Vacheron dress watches. Also, if he won a lot of money, there's sprinklings of Pateks. I mean, look, there's some photos coming up here. These are just beautiful Pateks, vintage and modern Pateks. So that's also what Archie would get there if he won the big bucks. And so that's basically what Archie would buy if he won the Lotto. So I hope you've enjoyed this thought here, and please keep doing some dreaming. The American economy will come good. I mean, look, as Obama said, he said, look, he doesn't give a shit what some pissant credit rating agency thinks of America. It's a AAA place to live. I mean, you look at Russia, it's got the fucking mafia runs the whole joint. You look at fucking China, it's a communist shithole. It's still a communist party run state. I mean, that's a shitty country to live in. You don't want to live there. Africa's fucked. You look at England. England's former glory days. Its salad days are long gone. You look at Europe. I mean, geez. I love the Germans, but Jesus Christ, you wouldn't want to fucking live near them. That's for sure. So I mean, look, America is the greatest country on earth. Do some dreaming. And please, add some suggestions here. Don't get too caught up. Everything will be fine. It'll be all good. And grab that Amex out of your pocket and charge a few things up. Buy that luxury watch you wanted. Fuck it. America doesn't care. See you later. And don't forget to come to my website, www.luxurytolast.com. Thank you.